Hi everybody, Coach Allison with your week 44 Defy Aging workout. This week we have one big circuit with 7 exercises, and you're gonna go through that for 3 rounds of 40 seconds on, 40 seconds off. And let's review our exercises.
Okay, this one is a medicine ball side-to-side slam. And for the last 10 seconds, we're gonna do an overhead press. So I'll show you what that looks like. So the side-to-side slam it on one side, pick it up on that side, over the head to the other side. So we keep going, right side, left side. Okay, for the last 10 seconds though, I want you to do an overhead press. So that looks like this. The weight might be a little light for you for a normal press, but this is just kind of a little shoulder burnout at the end of this movement. So you'll do 30 seconds of the side-to-side slams and then 10 seconds right into like that quick overhead press. Okay, braced squat. So you got a dumbbell you're going to hold on each end, or you can hold the weight plates if you'd like a 5 or a 10-pound weight plate that we have at the clubs. Okay, so before you squat, and I think most of you know our squat, feet hip width apart, sink those hips down and back, right? Make sure those knees aren't dipping in like that. So we got the squat down. Before you squat though, you're going to press the arms forward. So we go forward, down, up, and then in. Forward, down, up, in. And that is our brace squat. Okay, forward box run. So you want a lower box because we want to go for speed here, not necessarily a high steps, going more for strength. Kind of want speed here. So I'm going to use something on the lower side. Get your bearings down, stepping up and down a few times, but then we want to add some speed and kind of make it like you're sort of running. So again, we want it. You can go higher if you'd like to, but since we want to go for the speed components, the height isn't necessarily the goal. Single leg bridge with a leg raise. Now the bridge is a little different. The bridge is an isometric, so we're going to hold it and up, raise and lower the other leg. So of course, let me show you what that all looks like. So of course, you're laying on the floor, knees are bent. I'm going to use my left leg to do a hip bridge. Okay, so I'm lifting my hips off the air with my up in the air with my left leg. This right leg, I'm going to go down and up. So that's the leg raise component. So I'm not moving my hips up and down, just my leg. Halfway through, you'll switch sides, so you'll switch to the other leg being the brace, holding that, and now my left leg is going up and down. Okay, so that's a way we can get that hip bridge and add that leg raise is going to actually be a good core component. If you're unable to get to the floor, we're going to take that kettlebell and turn it into a kettlebell deadlift. So we do deadlifts quite often. Just quick reminder, it's a hip hinge. So you're going to put a slight bend in your knee and then hinge at your hips as you stick the hips way back, letting that kettlebell draw straight towards the floor. Make sure you're keeping your shoulders down and back, not letting the shoulders shrug and round like this. That's the alternative. So those are our single leg bridge with a leg raise. Single arm kettlebell racked carry. So we have our kettlebell. It's almost hard to bring it up. So if you need to use your other arm to get it into position, that's fine. But the racked position is kind of keeping that kettlebell sort of in the crook of the elbow here, but it's not resting in there like a tabletop. So we don't want this elbow up. We actually want the elbow kind of angled down and out. The thumb should be at your sternum, and that's how you know you're in a pretty good position. If the thumb is way back here, we don't want that. So tuck the arm in, bring the thumb to the sternum, okay? And again, the kettlebell is angled slightly downward, not straight across. Okay, once you have the position, we kind of lock the shoulders down and back, so your nice tall posture, and it's a carry. So your coach will have a space designated, but we're gonna go for a little walk. Halfway through, we're going to switch arms. Mini band glute kickback. So the clubs have these little, I believe these ones are called mini bands. Pick the resistance that's appropriate for you. You will want something for balance here. So we want something in front of you to hold down for balance. You're going to have the band looped around your lower leg. So ideally right at the ankle. You don't want the band up too high on the leg for this one. So very low by your ankle. Balance on one leg. Do a straight leg kickback. We're not bending the knee. Straight leg kickback with the other leg. You should feel this glute muscle here. Now what we don't want to do is compensate by leaning forward. So try not to lean. So notice I'm keeping my torso pretty still. Halfway through the set, we'll switch sides. Make sure we're getting both sides evenly. high plank jacks. A high plank means you're on your hands instead of your knees. Oh, sorry, hands instead of your elbows. So we're gonna put those hands on the floor, and you want those hips level, so we wanna make sure that our hips aren't up like that. You can start with a toe tap, tapping one foot out to the side, and you can progress to a jack if and when you feel ready. You can also take those hands up to an incline, so put your hands on one of those red boxes to bring yourself up a little bit higher.
Okay, that is everything for week 44. Hope you enjoy these movements this week and see you back next week.